So, in Monster Hunter Wilds, you are immediately asked to decide which weapon to choose from the 14 that are available. And it could be a little bit overwhelming when you are basically on your own and you have no idea what to take. Now, if you are a Monster Hunter expert, this video is not going to be for you. So I recommend that you skip away. But as you can see here, out of the 14 weapons, you've got Great Sword, Sword and Shield, Hammer, Lance, Switch Axe, Insect Glaive, Heavy Bowgun, Bow, Light Bowgun, Charge Blades, Gun Lance, Hunting Horn, Dual Blades, and of course, Longsword. Now, if you are brand new to Monster Hunter and you're thinking, oh, what's the best one for me to go off with as a beginner? I highly recommend that you play around in this area first of all. So we are going to start off with the most simple one, which is going to be the Sword and Shield. And as you can see here, you can practice on this here if you want to get used to how things work. Now, only does that give you a lot of list of combinations you can do. But you can see with this, you can guard. You can then do guard attacks to help you basically withstand damage. You've got the classic charge attacks and stuff like that, as well as multiple other things. For example, you can do Shield Bash. You've got your light quick attacks there. And then we've got ourselves the stun combos where you can stun with your shield and then end it off with a charge attack. And you can basically just play around with these combos as you go around. And you've got yourself extra abilities as well. Obviously, like quick 4-stab there. They've got this lateral. You see here, there's plenty of things you can go for. Now, I like the Sword and Shield. I think it isn't a bad place to start. But you want to be careful when you're choosing that, because sometimes it may not just be for you. So you want to have a little play around here. But Sword and Shield is going to be the most basic one to go for. And then what I recommend you have a go after that is one of the funner weapons to choose, which is going to be the Dual Blades. Now, these are absolutely fantastic to use once you get your head around how attacks work. You can get yourself some really nice slashes down, especially when you start putting items on these as well and getting poison damage and much more. You can see here, laying up the attack, as well as being able to do the charge attack here. Going into demon mode where you can just do 4 or 5 times the amount of damage. Now the thing about this one here is you are very exposed, as you can imagine. There is no way that you can essentially not be hit in certain aspects. But you can see how much damage you can do quickly once you start chaining things up. You just get yourself an idea. Now that's a really fun one to go for, but like I say, it's got high damage. But you are going to use a lot of stamina quickly, and you are going to be vulnerable when your stamina is low. And you need to basically manage your demon management there in terms of the gauge. But on to the next one is going to be one of the more simpler weapons out of all of them. Is great when you are in a group of people, and it is going to come down to the Heavy Bowgun, as you know here. And you got the light or heavy. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, depending on what you want. Now the only thing about this is you're going to have to deal with ammo management. You see there. You can sidestep, you can move around. Long range is going to be the one you go for here. Reload. And we can change the mode to single fire, as you can see there. Into automatic. So it honestly depends what you're up to, but like I say, ammo management is going to be the issue you have here. Yes, it's unlimited, but you're going to have to reload in the middle of a fight. It's a little bit frustrating at times. But there are multiple things you can do with that. Now that's like a very simple one. It's not exactly the beginner's one to use, but as you can see, it's great for long-range damage, good damage output, but like I say, ammo management is annoying. Moving on to our next one here is going to be the Great Sword. Now, the Great Sword is what most people take right at the start because, one, it is the first item available, and as you can see here, it has crazy amount of damage output. You can charge attacks. Do 105 damage there, and then we can go into swinging as well. Great for radius damage as well. As you can imagine, if there's a few monsters around you, you can then basically essentially do that at the same time. And you charge up into the next attack, and then again charge up. It is much more of a tanky sort of build, but it's just something to be wary of while you're playing. Now, you can, of course, guard as well, and you can evade. You can also kick. There are multiple things you can do with this, but charging attack is going to be your main best friend with this. As you see, the 121 damage. But as you see there, it is quite slow. If you want to go quicker attacks, you're going to have to go for the spinning ones. And that's the only issue you have is stamina and stuff. Now, of course, with the Great Sword in particular, absolutely crazy damage. It's got great defensive capability as well, because obviously you can block. As well as having great guard attacks as well. But the problem you have with this is it's slow in animation, and you do need to practice the timing on it. And then we're going to go into a couple more of other weapons that are available. Now, the Lance is a great one for a really low-rated player. Someone that's brand new to the game wants to learn the Lance here is a really good one. But I do like to use this glaive a lot, or glaive, I don't know how exactly you pronounce it. You've got a bug here. And what the bug does is it's going to basically help you in your abilities to fight. But you can see you can move up into the air, you can jump around, get yourself some height advantage. And that's what makes this so good. But it is quite complicated to use if you've never played this sort of game before. You can get multiple attacks going on. You can level up your bug or your insect as well. You can see they jump around, move around the map very quickly, get yourself a different advantage. And then not only that, we have multiple other things we can do as well. Got the lusting attack. You can see the move around. It's just the way you can move with this weapon so quickly. And you become an absolute machine. Now, if you get poison on this later on or fire damage, you're going to be laughing all the way to the monster damage bank to be able to get yourself a lot of opportunities to attack. But it's just the ability to launch and jump around. And you can carry on moving around as long as you get the hits in. You just throw yourself up non-stop. And it's just a possibility to move around. Like I said, it's one of the fun ones to use. But it's a little bit more complicated. It's going to take some time to get used to and much more. Now, the weapon that I'm probably going to try for my first run round in this game is going to be, and we're going to go ahead and show you now, go for the longsword, which is essentially like a katana if you want to use it like that. It's something that's a bit more fun to use. It's got both high damage and quick attacks as well. You can see here. And you can also, of course, add in the swing blades as well. Very, very simple stuff. As well as doing the stab attacks if you need to. There's just multiple things you can do. You can get the combos in nice and quick. And then again, of course, you can charge up. You see there, linking these attacks together is going to put you in a very, very good position. But you have got yourself 15 saves, so let me know in the comment section down below which one is going to be your starting weapon. I usually go for the insect glaive, but I'm going to change this time around. But you have 15 saves to be able to decide yourself. Let me know in the comment section, and I will catch you in the next video.